react. It is Max
Meanwhile,
Kellerman,
breaking
Black
news,
Dennis,
Sacramento
Stephen A.Smith
Kings' new
moments.
big man, Zach Randolph, was arrested and charged with marijuana possession with intent to sell by the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department on Wednesday night, according to police reports. Stephen A., talk to me.
Don't believe the propaganda that says it's healthy and everything. That's bullshit.
I'm a fan of Zach Randolph. I'm shocked at the stupidity of him finding himself in this situation.
Yeah, Smith.
I won't go off about the weed just yet. But this is an individual that has made well over $150 million.
Like, bro, that's right.
In his career.
Yeah. That's right, bro. If you got that much money, why do you still gotta, like, why do you want to get high, bro? It's not even that enjoyable. Why do you want to get high, bro? Your reality is good, bro. Where are you escaping from? You got $150 million, bro. These people are crazy, man. They want to try everything.
I find it very, very difficult to believe that he was intending to sell. But in the end, it's inexcusable that he found himself in this position.
Anyone with half a brain knows Zach Randolph. Let me go out on a limb here. Zach Randolph wasn't intending to sell weed. Okay?
Yeah, we know, but bro got too much money that he started building houses with the marijuana that he got.
For it to be worth his time, considering what he makes in the NBA. Everyone use your head. That has nothing to do with anything. That's because they can say that the intent was there based on the amount he bought, which should be nobody's business. But
what do you mean it should be then? Bro, let me
consistently, when this issue comes up, you focus on the fact that the athlete was stupid because they know what they were jeopardizing and they did it anyway. And I focus on the fact that the drug laws, particularly as they apply to marijuana, are based on nothing more than lies and propaganda and should not.
Yeah, bro, it's
that's not good enough. You just signed a 2-year, $24 million deal to go to the Sacramento Kings. So you are en route to Cali, okay? That's where you are about to play. And you can't wait. You don't sit up there and blemish the league. You don't blemish your future employer. You don't blemish yourself because you can't control and discipline yourself when you know what the damn law is. I'm not saying that it's right. I get your point about alcohol and weed. I get all of that. I understand it. You don't hear me saying anything about Snoop Dogg. All I'm saying to you, Max, is this. Don't give me, oh, the law is stupid, so you know what?
It is.
I understand it, but I'm saying don't give it to me as an excuse for them breaking it. You can't break it, Max. You don't get to do that.
It is so stupid and arcane. Stephen A., it's so stupid and arcane, it's often flouted.
So let me ask you a question. Are you breaking laws? No, don't be hypocritical. Are you breaking laws? I know there's stupid laws out there. Are you breaking those stupid laws?
Yes.
Speeding?
Yes, I do. And so do you. And so, wait a minute.
Speeding.
And so do you, and I'll give you an example. I've been trying to say this for 5 minutes. Let me get a word in here. Do you jaywalk in California? You ever been in LA and jaywalk?
Yeah, once or twice.
It's against the law. It's against the law. You can get a ticket for that. In fact, it's more dangerous for you than marijuana. If someone gets a ticket for jaywalking,
are you ready?
If an NBA player gets a ticket for jaywalking, are you going to go on TV and yell at him?
Oh, no, let me tell you this right now. Let me ask you a question. If I jaywalk, does that?
Hey, bro. Like, this is a way to. To be honest, this is hypocritical, bro. Like, for you to jaywalk is wrong. But if you get caught for jaywalking, you should get a ticket as well, and you should get like the propaganda of weed. If you got that many amount of weed, then you have too much money. You're not gonna sell it. But at the same time, that's the law. If you have that amount of weed, you'll get the same law that with a normal guy that actually sells it. If you don't want to be arrested, get your intake. Get the amount of weed that you need for that day, or the amount of weed that you need to smoke. You don't gotta buy a pair of truck of weed, bro, to actually get high. You don't gotta do that, because if you do something like that, then you get arrested, because then you got the amount that you can actually sell, the amount that the government said for selling. You cannot say that's stupid for law. That's not stupid. That's how law works. If law gonna shape itself around everybody, oh, he got a lot of money, that means we shape law like that. That doesn't make sense. People will then start using law to their effect. You know, and that's wrong, bro. I'm on Steven.
Sully
I'm
the
on Steven's
reputation
side,
of
bro.
ESPN?
I'm on Steven's side.
Does it sully the reputation of my
It's
employer
risky
or
behavior.
myself?
Why does
Stephen A.Smith
Wait a minute.
Well, the
Does it
reason
do that?
marijuana does is because people like you demonize it out of proportion.
Why
so
in other words,
sully
you know
your
what?
name any
It's
more than
typical.
jaywalking?
Yes.
Colin Kaepernick has been working out all of this time.
What you got to say, Steven?
Him, people in his camp, his close ones, loved ones, everybody talking about he wants to play football. He wants to play football. He's ready to play. Just give him the chance. This man wanted a chance. 25 teams show up in Georgia at the Atlanta Falcons practice facility, state-of-the-art facility, NFL personnel, equipment, everything, video, everything. And what does Colin Kaepernick do? Not Tuesday when he found out about it, not Wednesday, not Thursday, not Friday, Saturday. 3 hours before the workout. Because of some issue with a liability waiver. Colin Kaepernick wants to change the venue. Colin Kaepernick wants his own receivers. Colin Kaepernick wants to video things himself.
Hey, bro, to be honest, man, Colin Kaepernick, what is he called? Colin Kaepernick, bro, is like the Kyrie Irving of American football, bro. Like he doing too much, man. He doing too much. He doing too much. I don't know.
Colin Kaepernick wants the media. This Colin Kaepernick,
Yeah.
the media can't find him.
Yeah.
He ain't done no interviews. He ain't talked to nobody. Media can't find him.
Yeah,
But
I
he
mean, at
wants to do
first I
he wants
actually
the media.
stood and believed in what he stood for. I kind of agree with him, but now he's like he wants attention, bro. It's like everybody's playing. You got what you want. You want just come and play, bro. And he just don't. He just want attention. I can see that.
He
I
don't
can
want to
agree with
play.
it. Yeah, yeah.
He wants to be a martyr.
Any
Yep.
reasonable person to the same conclusion.
Hey, to this moment, I'm still with Stephen A.Smith's side.
All reasonable people to the same conclusion. The first piece of information is now what I told you yesterday has been confirmed by independent sources. It was not a standard waiver. That was in dispute. The NFL disputed it. It was not the same waiver that normally is signed. It's a waiver with language that was more vague and could be interpreted in such a way as Kaepernick is forfeiting rights, which he'd be doing on the altar of a look-see from the teams, right? That's one. And the second one is Kaepernick's people are saying, we were given a heads up by none of the teams. Right? Like, it's not even like one team, hey, this is going to happen. We were blindsided by the NFL, like, hey, this is happening right now. It is their conclusion, therefore, that this is not coming from any of the teams, as has been reported, but is in fact coming from the NFL, this workout. So if you believe that, then you put those two pieces of new information together, and you're led inevitably to the conclusion that this whole thing was a way for the NFL to smuggle in, Trojan horse style, a waiver that Kaepernick would sign, signing away his rights. Recall, I couldn't figure out why this was done this way. Why?
But what are the odds, bro? You're an athlete. Like with the Kaepernick, bro, you're an athlete. You stood up for something at the beginning, but now you're an athlete. You want to play for a team. You're gonna play for a team. Like you have to be under something. So I don't know what he's trying to get at. I don't know what his approach is, or I don't know what he's trying to say. But I mean, he's like, I don't know. You're in the NFL, bro. If you want to own the
why
NFL,
did it have
just
to be on a Saturday? Why couldn't the date move? Why did he have almost no time to respond? Was it an ultimatum? Why couldn't he have his own camera people there? The whole thing, right? Why didn't they provide a list of persons?
But I mean, bro, that's how it is. That's how they go. Like it's the same situation with the UFC. UFC got like guys in the UFC could not like have their own sponsors after like John Jones. They couldn't have Nikes and everything. The sponsors of the UFC go along with the fighters of the UFC. The UFC fighters cannot have their own sponsors. If they want their own sponsors, they make it outside the ring or they make it like Impress or something, I think. But when they get into the fighting octagon, they have to wear the UFC sponsors, and that's how it is. That's how companies work. If you don't like it, leave. And I think he did something like that. But I mean, why is he complaining about it? I don't know.
All these questions. Why all of a sudden? I couldn't figure it out. Also, the Kaepernick issue was largely dead. Why is the NFL bringing it back up? And what I said at the time was, it's one of two things. Either an enormous piece of business, like something to do with the CBA that I couldn't imagine, or some kind of litigation. As it turns out, it is pretty clearly the case, in my view, that it's litigation. The NFL did this dog and pony show in order for Kaepernick to sign away his rights. That was the point.
I kind of agree with him and I don't agree with him. When he says everything about why did the NFL bring it back up and everything about business and stuff like that, I kind of see what he's talking about. But when he says they want him to sign for his rights, like what rights? You're a player. What rights do you mean? You mean the pictures? Like some companies have different. Like at the end of the day, these are companies, bro. I know sports and everything, but this is business. These are companies. Like this company wants to take the picture so that it could distribute everything how they want to do. I don't know. That's the way to business. That a right is when you have something and then they strip it off of you. But if a company have have rules that they set from the beginning and you actually agree to them rules and then you want to change them, that does not make it you right. You agree to the rules that they gave you at the beginning.
Point of
I don't
this.
know.
In this country,
I don't watch the NFL that much, so I don't know the exact situation. But if if the NFL was open and then they started bringing up rules and then Kaepernick didn't like them rules and he stood up, then that's something else. Then I agree with Max. Other than that, I agree with Stephen didn't speak.
People speaking about this, it feels as though that it's a racially segregated issue, which it is in many respects, unfortunately, because anyone who is socially conscious can see what's going on. Colin Kaepernick, and by the way, Colin Kaepernick showed leadership because a lot of others had followed his lead. Yes. But what happens when someone shows leadership, and this even you see it in labor relations? You know who never got paid? Kurt Flood. You know who got paid because of Kurt Flood? Everyone else. It is very possible what we're seeing now is the sacrifice of Colin Kaepernick's career on the altar of social and racial progress. And when he doesn't get a job, and I did not come out right away when they said blackballed, right? I did not come out right away. Max, preach. Yes, that's what's happening because I thought he's looking for a starting job. Maybe he's seen as a bubble starter. You got to change your offense. He'll get a backup job. But now the results are in. The evidence is in. He does not have a starting job. He does not have a backup job. 30.
No, hold on, bro. Bro gets a lot of money, bro. Bro got a Nike deal. I don't know if he still got it or not, but I'm sure that bro got a bag that still can sustain him till now. I'm sure, bro. And he's not smart. I think he's a good businessman, so I think he's
one of the owners are old white men, right? And precisely the issue that Colin Kaepernick is protesting is systematic racial injustice, which starts with the international slave trade, the Middle Passage, the institution of slavery, Reconstruction, Jim Crow, ongoing systematic oppression, which has created racial imbalance in terms of social justice. That's essentially what Colin Kaepernick is protesting. And the fact that then an almost exclusively white club of owners, because unless you believe that black people are intrinsically inferior at making money, I guess that's not true, right? No Unless you believe that, then you also understand that the fact that the NFL is an all-white club at the ownership level, essentially, is a result of that injustice. Think of the irony that he doesn't have a job, partly because he's protesting the very reason that right now he doesn't have a job.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Anyway, Charles Barkley, present company included, Stephen A., whether you or I like it or not, is the best thing on television. This guy is my favorite of all time. And by the way, sometimes we go at him if we disagree with him. Charles, Chuck, this is the definition of player hating. You, sir, are the definition at this moment of a player hater. Lay on.
Nope. This I don't agree with him on. This I do not agree with him on because Charles, I don't see Charles as a hater. I see Charles as a motivator, and he keeps it real, bro. Nah.
On the ground,
that ain't
you've
right.
been right. Are you joking? I mean, let me get this straight.
All right, Biggie.
Am I
Biggie
wrong?
Max.
That's right. That's right.
Biggie Max.
I had to pick someone Chuck's side. That's right. Listen, am I wrong?
Yeah, I only agree with him with one take. Other than that, nope.
Let me tell